stun mounted onto him on top of a Tarek ultimate. That is one unkillable pony who will most certainly one-shot any squishy member on the opposite team, but Mad Lions...
He's playing with an Azir who usually needs a lot of farm. Humanoid should be able to sidestep that. They're forcing flash.
Extra movement speed.
Oh, gotta watch the chains.
Have to walk away. One more auto. Cap's just gonna finish that off. First blood going over.
Which is exactly how Kaiser traded on Mickey, and always something to watch for and practice in your solo queue games.
Of course, now Dragon's meme was last split. You can't bring it back this split. It's outdated. Oh, it's not outdated. Oh, no, Humanoid. Not like this. Perks now on the chase down, flashing through, waiting to pull the spears down. One more. Boom. Gets him on the fadeaway. That's just brutal. What is the play here? Everyone has abandoned the bottom lane. Herald seems to be the focus. The Hex Flash over the wall. They will catch out Kaiser. Now the GP ult is coming in. Kaiser trying to find the disengage. Is going to get pulled back though. Arome now in the midst of the fight has locked up a Perks. Perks pulling back though with the ultimate. Now going to throw back in and lock Humanoid out. In the meantime, G2 getting a kill. Mad Lions walking away empty-handed. Another hook comes out just in time to take down Arome, and G2 are demolishing Mad. To base more recently, maybe they have a bit more in their pockets in terms of items, but sadly they're just so far behind. There's not a lot of options, and Kaiser gonna have to run for the hills, waiting for now on the ultimate, is gonna get pulled back here. Aftershock still proc. Doesn't look like he wants to use it at this stage. Pullback is there, and he will drop in the
way too aggressive to try to walk that direction into the lane phase, and he was rightfully punished for it. There's the Herald that we were talking about earlier, and Hecarim is looking for a deep flank here, so perhaps they catch Perks out. Here comes Shen.
Gonna get dunked back down. Now the TP's coming in. Jankos is gonna be able to buy so much time. Arome now has to run for his life. They're instead gonna try to turn on Mickey. Mickey can spider not his way out. He's waiting. The delayed route will connect there, and now another TP coming. 2K ahead of the competition is, it's not a done deal, but G2 keeps snowballing like this. Mad are not going to get a chance to stay. They're not going to get a chance to play the composition the way they intended to. Arome just barely out of the range of the hook, has to wait on the Spirit's Refuge to block as much damage as he can. Now trying to dash to safety, knowing that Jankos will spell his death. Arome now making it out, but Shadow, Tarkal now mounted to him, is going to go right in onto Wonder, trying to get some damage down, but they just don't have the stats. The Hecarim is so weak, he does no damage.
Also really well turret aggro management there from G2. I think they fumbled the initial dive execution, but were able to fix it with the Kalista ult.
Re-engage the base breaker, now going to pull in. Jankos trying to fish for the ult, wants to throw someone back into the team, but won't find the opportunity, so instead G2 will just be happy to take the top lane tower and the gold
from G2. I do think that Mad, especially in this best of 5, if they lose this game, if they're on to crack mid lane tower, especially against an Azir. Like, Mad aren't dead yet, but they have fewer chances right now, and G2 are kind of approaching this moment where they're ready to pull the trigger, and if they execute on it, they can close this game before Mad get a chance to fight back.
Just slowly but surely systematically denying so much of the vision, now breaking the tier 1 as well, moving on to the tier 2, and the map just continues to get smaller and smaller for Mad Lions. Opportunities.
I would say that if Mad Lions come back from this, that is one of the most impressive comebacks I've ever seen.
And obviously the issue that we've been waiting on is the potential for G2 to also play around a pressure point of Baron. Not necessarily to secure it, although I think that they are a bit more reliant on it because they are against an Azir.
Can we go to the pin full screen just for a second here? Because Caps just, by the way, while we're talking, just in the little picture on the corner of your screen, just got a flash out from Arome. Never mind, we have to fight in 2 places at the same time. It is a G2 game, why not? Tarkal now coming in, suplex dunking down, but the damage is going to connect, however, not nearly enough. Haymaker coming in, Arome now in the midst of the entire team. Perks throwing Mickey back to the front line, but not going to get a lot. Fighting in the funnel here, actually very good for this Azir, but he can't really get in a comfortable position to auto. Caps into the backside, doesn't have the damage to finish the job. The delayed snare, now the Hecarim moving in. Wonder has to run for the hill. Shadow wants to turn it, he gets Perks. He looks to Wonder. This is so much gold for the Hecarim. Oh my god, 3 shutdowns for the Hecarim. This is nightmare status for G2. I didn't know how Mad we're going to find a way back in, but that is a damn good start.
And just as you said it, Dracos,
what they have to throw away after the previous fight. Arome, no flash after Caps' play previously in the side lane. Shadow on the backside, ulting over the wall, but not immediately hitting someone. Perks is just going to get dunked down, though. Clean coordination coming in from Mad Lions. Janko's trying to buy a bit more space for Wonder and Caps. What can they get done? Mickey in the midst of everything, but no, the GP and the little Blanc just running down Mad Lions. Shadow wants to get something back. Jankos with the pullback, and it's 3 members still standing for G2. Are you kidding?
In that fight, soaking up so much damage, Mad didn't have the damage to match, and Blanc will just delete people.
And now Arome's running once again. They really want to punish this man for not having a flash for the second fight in a row. Redemption now coming in, though, trying to focus their damage onto Wonder. Big ult coming in from the center, going to do a good amount back, but now Wonder running for the hill. Shadow going to be in trouble. Shen coming back in with the ultimate. Shadow too little, too late on the Tarek ultimate. The rest of the team now collapsing. Karzi does not have a lot of damage, however. Humanoid trying to to throw down as much as he can off to the side, but Caps too mobile. Remember, 19 stacks on the Magi. Potentially more on the back of that last play, but Perks sticking around for too long. Currently outranged. Mickey in the midst of everything. Caps waiting for the double distortion in. Doesn't have the cooldown quite yet. Will get snared on the backside, but they're just chasing them down. Slowly but surely, G2 are pulling ahead in the fight. The Ocean Soul healing them so much across this exchange. Can't hit a target quite yet, but can hit a hook. Caps jumping in. Kaiser certainly next on the list. Carzzy going to follow. There is nothing left to be done. G2 are dissecting Mad Lions.
I feel like this is the book versus the horse right now. That is 25 stacks on the Magi's. Caps is doing a ton of damage on this LeBlanc, playing out these fights in extended iterations really beautifully. Shadow, however, got another shutdown off of the Gangplank. So I think all 5 of his kills have all been shut down gold.
Yeah, I mean, it's true, but he's still only level 12. Even Perks is a higher level than him right now. They're going to secure that bot inhibitor, and as you rightly said, there's disadvantage in this fight.
And Kaiser tries to body block the hook, tries to put himself in a position to sacrifice his life for Carzzy, but it will not work. And now G2 are just hunting. Humanoid running for the hills. The GP, oh god, there's no escape. Yanko suplexes him over the wall. Dunks him down, and this feels like it's going to be... Vedius, you brought up what the previous series looked like, the previous playoff series, where it was...
It seems to me that Mad came into this game with a clear plan. They knew the Kalista would be locked in. They had a dive comp in mind. Ooh, as we see it engage on the Wonder.
Hold back, does have the Hourglass, buys himself a bit more time stopwatch. Rather's Wonder is now going to get one shot. They're fighting in a funnel once again. Perfect setup for Humanoid. He's going to do a good amount of damage back onto Yankos. Yankos will get shredded down, not nearly enough of a shield from the Grit. Carzzy now on the chase, slowing him down, slowly but surely trying to finish this one off. Perks with the pullback. Will they look for the re-engage? You can tell that they're debating, but the minions are already pushing into the base. The more time. Oh my god, the damage from Cap. 25 stack Magi's. He's just playing with his food, leaping in, leaping out. All too easy as Perks just continues to run. Humanoid trying to slide and glide his way in, but the double kill now for Perks. Looking for a triple, a perfect hook for Mickey, and they're just making a montage right on the corpses of Mad Lions. All too easy, and that's going to do it here in game 1. G2 reigns supreme. Unless the minions, no, they'll be there inside.
And the 3-man squad of Perks, Mickey, and Caps once again showcasing great patience, great positioning to come out on top. A convincing game 1 from G2 Esports.
And the question we had is who is going to return to form, and G2 have certainly returned to form. This is final boss G2 in game 1 of the series.
Have to see if Mad Lions can be prepared in the games to follow. For now, G2 and Caps going legendary across this game. A dominant performance in game 1.
Into what?
What? Wait, but who's getting it? But who's getting it? That's the spicy question.
Aurelia, I like this. So the Aurelia...
The one thing that she's kind of missing is usually ganks, although Shadow is going to take a look at Caps.
Ooh, going in for it. Caps still only level 1, not a lot of options here. Shadow going to dive over the...
Oh, no.
Oh, no. One for...
We said that Mickey would come mid. Oh, no.
Wow. Absolutely flawless read there. The Ignite not taken down. Humanoid now going to be in trouble. That's going to be one more kill back. Shadow going to try to throw down a bit more damage. A lot of sustained damage coming up from the Lilith. Very fast, but just going to get locked up, stunned, and knocked out. The Shenton coming in. Caps will go down in the meantime, but Yankos another stun follow-up. Absolute... What is happening here? My God, I've seen less kills than an ARAM at this point. That's a double for the support Shen. It's certainly looking very strong. Gonna dive him?
Oh, he had Aftershock, so I thought he would actually go for that, but wow. Okay, so...
Oh, no!
Oh, support combat, Mickey!
Oh, God, but Carzzy doesn't realize that the good squad is coming.
Carzzy, 1 stack, 2 stack, 3 stack, and 4. That's going to be 1 dead. Ezreal, nothing for Carzzy to do there, and G2 just continuing to come out on top in these exchanges. 5 minutes, and now it's, well, 1.5 at 6. So continuing to be very dominant. For the flash out from Wonder, now the level 6 coming in from Orome, perfectly timed because here comes the Galio. Solid combo, but the response coming in sadly will not connect. Perfect Justice Punch coming out from Humanoid to make sure that one works.
I love the Lilia ball just because that's the fadeaway. Okay, finally Mad Lions get something on the board. Nice vision spots out that G2.
Now because he's going up against the double AP threat of the Galio and the Lilia, that's, I think, to be expected. The Galio now making his way up towards top once again.
Rinse and repeat. Wonder will get locked up. The root will not connect with the Sentinel. Now coming in, Wonder will still get dropped.
That fight. And with Aurelia itemizing for the magic damage, obviously that's not going to help her against Camille in this case.
And I like these plays that we're seeing from Mad right now, but G2 want to try and answer back. They're looking for the dive.
A lot of potential for Chain CC here. Locked up 1, locked up 2. Now trying to keep it going. Ulti can come in from Shadow, though, and lock Yankos into the tower. He will be forced to flash to stay to Shadow. Watch out. Eep cleaning him up as well. Sweeping him. And now continue to run him down. Not gonna connect though. Ulti now coming in from Mickey. Should make an easy fall up here. Lilia so squishy, even if she can dish out so much damage.
I thought that was going to be pretty bad for G2 there. Ooh, flash in bot lane.
On flash, easy pickup. Wonder now trying to survive as much as he can. Shield coming in. Is it going to be enough though? Sidestepping there on the Q. KazaLoLL can continue to step forward, but he has to be careful. The blooming burst. Tangle barbs as well. Potentially could make his life more difficult, but that's going to be it. Wonder will get... No. Clever
Fake.
Should be dead here now. Trying to find a kill back onto KazaLoLL, but is not going to get the opportunity quite yet. KazaLoLL sidestep, taunt through. Kaiser should just finish that one off, but tries to give it to KazaLoLL, so maybe risks a little bit there. But I think it's a good thing to point out, Vedius, is that while Lilia can do a lot of damage, and she is certainly very mobile, she doesn't actually have a dash. So against a Sejuani and a Nautilus, it's actually going to be very, very difficult to step up here because their team is not in the area, and that will be the second Drake for
Take dragons away from them.
Well, it looks like Mad is trying to be proactive now. They've taunted up Caps.
The ulti now coming out, they can sleep the Aurelia, taking their time. Drowsy, but now not caught under the turret. They are going to finish him off. Quick shutdown, 800 gold into the pocket of
Mad is going to secure themselves their first tower of the game, so they're going to close that gold gap. Things are going to even up. The fact that KazaLoLL got that shut down is going to mitigate a lot of that deficit that he was put into. And experience-wise. So the thing that we have to keep our eyes on, Mickey.
That taunt right there, because now Mickey's going to be in trouble. Perk's now trying to move in, has a little bit more shielding there, but Mickey is going to get taken down.
They have a lot of early game agency, and they're finding repeated picks. They've been able to take an advantage now in the kills.
Oh, but Humanoid may have overextended. Potentially. Taunt will still connect. Lens now coming out. Good damage on the backside from the Ezreal, but now flashing over the wall. Wonder in the midst of everything. Only going to find one, though, on the ulti. Caps debating. Flash over the wall. Very aggressive here. Kaiser taking his time, though, dancing around the stun. Kaiser set to get locked up here. Ulti now coming in. That's going to be stun. They are going to be able to finish him off. Caps on the backside, but they're very low. Orome now coming in. Has to be careful. Can't get bursted down, but can start to turn it around. Hextech ultimatum. Shadow going to take down Perks.
Escape. It now gives Mad Lions priority control over mid lane. The Herald goes down, and that's actually a huge swing. G2 have the option where, okay, we don't necessarily have the items. We probably can't score on the map to continue to eat up this map and pressure G2 like with the dive on Caps.
ATC is going to be clutch here. How long can they keep Caps locked down? More than long enough to kill him is the answer. Mad Lions with a very clean dive on the top side. G2 in no position to respond. Will give up the top side tower. And the goal lead for Mad Lions
go behind his team. So G2 grouping up and just running front to back into this pit.
Right now, Mad are a little bit split. They're going to try to catch out Humanoid off on the side. Ultimate used. Follow-up CC will not be there. Humanoid with the Nimbus Cloak and the Flash will make it out to safety. Now Drag in the center of attention, but they've already burned Mickey's ultimate for Humanoid's Flash. Wonder in the meantime, stepping behind Dragon, trying to get double value out of the root there. The Tangle bars. KazaLoLL, perfect input buffer, and now Orome into the middle of the entire team, combining with the Galio. Wombo, combo, all too easy, but G2 aren't dropping fast enough. Wonder on the backside trying to get something done. Perks as well. In the meantime, Mad continuing to pull ahead. Ulti coming out. He's going to connect it onto 3. Wonder turning the fight right back in the favor of G2. And just like that, shutdown's coming through. Kaiser's still alive, but the Dragon will be given up to G2 Esports.
Close fight, but it's G2 that comes out on top, and what a beautiful ultimate from Wonder. Such
a super...
Oh no, hits him once. That's going to be a sleepy Aurelia. The follow-up is there. All too easy to take him down. Cap's getting lower and lower. The shield is too little too late. Now looks like Yankos is just next on the menu. Boar for dinner. Not going to be a problem as Orome finishes that one off. And Mad, traditional AD carry until KazaLoLL arrives to start finishing it off. So Baron going over to Mad Lions. Finally having a pretty substantial...
I think my big question mark for Mad will be how they actually execute these fights, because I think their comp is actually ahead in these 5v5s.
Cap splitting in the side lane currently. Meanwhile, Orome matching, but of course has the Baron empowered creeps to back him up. Tier 2 will fail in favor of G2. Traded, of course, for Mad in 2 Tier 2s. So Mad continue to come out on top.
G2 is getting dived. And as long as the rest of G2 plays safe enough, it's actually more...
You know, I want to see the Mad Lions that we were really building up to kind of be the next big EU team.
Hold that thought, though. These Perks is getting engaged on Will Go Golden to try to buy a bit of time, but a sleepy Yankos in the meantime. Perks now running for the hills, but can't get out of the Camille ultimate quite yet. Now backing up, waiting for his opportunity to fire the ultimate, but he might not get one. Wonder trying to create as much space as possible. Orome is going down. In the meantime, Caps is still alive, but there's too many members of Mad left standing. Caps wants to turn it. Dash, dash, auto, trying to finish it. KazaLoLL goes down. Caps still alive on the backside. Can he find a miracle turnaround? The stun will not connect. Caps still running for the hills. Shadow has to be careful, though. Wonder on the way in. Caps is very strong, has so much MR. He cannot be stopped in this exchange. Triple kill coming in for Wonder, and Caps carries.
So maybe Mad Lions try to say, okay, you can have Mount Souls.
Big hook though, gonna connect on the Kaiser. Follow-up CC is there. Spirit's Refuge buys a little bit of time. A Humanoid off to the side. Keep your eyes on the hook shot coming in. They're not even gonna give him the opportunity to kick off though. That's a lot of good damage, but in the meantime, Perks uncontested on the backside means he gets to throw the ult across the entire team. Still, G2 are getting chunked down. Caps is getting chunked down. He's gonna get knocked out, but here comes Wonder one more time. But no, this time the Zanyas is there. Shadow and KazaLoLL untouched for now. Humanoid buying a bit more space. KazaLoLL wants to finish this one off, but he leaps forward right into the snare. In the meantime though, watch out, eat from Shadow, but Wonder Gonna go on a rampage as he takes him down.
For the longest time, Perkz was actually untouched in that fight, and it was kind of a story about AD carries.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is that Perkz had the range, he had the through damage on the Senna, as well as also providing all of that healing.
Whew. What a close fight, though. G2 just barely coming out ahead. I thought Kazi was going to carry that one. Oh, but the TP re-engages once again.
TP being matched, though, for now. Who's going to come in? Humanoid right into the midst of the team. There's no backup. Humanoid, no. He wanted to stop this. He wanted to contest it, but there's no option.
No.
They were already
His
guaranteed.
jungler is dead. G2 is already in a position to secure that dragon. Maybe he wanted to try.
Because the itemization that you see from both teams, as TP came down, Matt knew that they had to fight there. They forced way too hard, and then Humanoid does the same thing, thinking that he can assassinate.
Mad trying to set the bait, though. They want Caps to step forward so they can try to find the follow-up, but they don't have the wave.
Who's baiting who, Dracos?
That's a damn good question. In the meantime, towers are dropping left and right for G2 Esports as they push into the bottom lane. There are two members here on the top side. If Caps continues to push forward and stops the recalls, there's not going to be a lot of recourse here for the Mad Lions. Now stepping forward, though, they are going to break at least one tower, break an inhibitor. This is going to be huge, especially with Baron coming up, or with Baron on the team. Breaking bot side inhibitor means they can go straight to top side. 3 minutes to the Elder as well. Rome now hooked up. KazaLoLLCShighlights will not connect, though. G2 debating if they want this fight. Without Caps in the area, it is difficult. A little bit more damage. That's going to be a sleepy Perkz now. The ultimate now used. Ezreal coming off the top, though. Breaking the sleep a little bit early, so there's no fall. But now it's Mickey in trouble. Perkz over the wall. Can't offer a lot of healing. And Wonder with a massive ult to try to turn it back. But Arome for now untouched. Karzi untouched. Perkz now trying to get in the middle of the team fight. Caps rather. Perkz running for the hills. Mickey finds the hook onto Karzi. Perkz still just healing up. Double kill coming over for G2. They're absolutely slaughtering the Mad Lions. It was such a close game, but Mad cannot find a fight in their favor. Rome just barely making it out.
Wow, another huge teamfight win, but Kazi staying alive. Oh, the damage from Perkz is so huge, though. And G2 will just obliterate Mad in the fight.
Senna is way too powerful at this point. Credit to Mickey as well. I know you already shouted out Wonder's ultimate, but he also played that team fight very cleanly. And suddenly, in what looked like a Mad Lions game, G2 rip it back from them on red side.
Back and forth. Mad thought they had the advantage. Mad winning team fights, Mad finding kills left and right, but it is not enough for the Mad Lions to win a game versus G2. They stood their ground. They turned the game right back in their favor. And Mad Lions now pushed to match point.
Whew. Very exciting.
Would make sense because he wants to take the matchup again of the Aurelia and the Galio, but Syndra Lee Sin gets him the magic.
Get rid of it. Kevin, get rid of this now. We don't want this anymore.
Take it down, Kevin. The boats were only growing. Now Humanoid, though, going in. He might need some boats of his own because 1, 2, 3. Caps burning slowly but surely. The tick, not enough. First blood to turn back. The white flag and the Nico emo. You can't do that to him.
That is twice Shadow has missed crucial abilities in trying to dive Caps.
Pain.
TP now coming
So much
in.
pain.
Yankos maybe now in trouble. Humanoid wants to get this one down. They're going to have some follow-up CC. Yankos will get traded back.
Hit that one. Bot lane in particular there. Meanwhile, Yankos has decided to full piggyback behind Wonder, who had a freeze on.
And now Wonder's going to help Caps push in mid as his wave is being pushed in his favor back towards topside. So this early game, I think going pretty good for G2. It's Perkz.
Polymorph has to flash out to safety. Yankos is here in the nick of time. One more time, and this time he hits Kaiser. Flashing in, going to find the slow. Will they get anything else? Mickey now mounted to the blind bunk. He's his eyes. See for him, Mickey. Kaiser will get taken. No! You can't kill him! This is why the chat voted for him. Kaiser's still alive, and now the rest of the team has to run. There's no ultimate available for Shadow, but he's prancing in. He wants to finish this one. A little bit more damage. Ticking.
Just hit level 6.
He does have arrow.
Coming in. Now the ultimate coming out as well. Ezreal ult, of course, going to mitigate through the stun. Now knockup coming in 2. Shadow roaming over the wall. He's going to find 3, and he's immediately going to go for the sleep here. The follow-up. That's a drowsy Perkz. Perkz now immediately cleansing, trying to make it on safety, but there's no time. Shen now coming in. Watch out. Eve will connect, but not enough damage quite. Perkz is going to get ticked down in the end. Kaiser actually going to snipe the kill.
Kazi right now sitting in a 1k gold advantage. 1k gold advantage in the jungle as well.
The driver's seat, they should have control wherever they want this little Ashe to be.
They even TP'd Ashe bot to get her even more plates. Yanko's going for another play.
Oh, the flash.
Clean flash out, but the kick back into the wall. Now they're still going to be able to find the snare. Orome's here, but there's no Lulu to protect the Ashe this time around. However, Humanoid now moving in. Yankos will get taken out. Humanoid has to run for the hills. Kaiser now there for the backup. The stun will not connect.
Bomb on his team.
Oh no, here we go.
He wins this 1v1, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, he's missed one ability.
He has to hit a few abilities here. Well, one, where's the watch out? Eve going to go? He's going to wait until he's sleepy. Dunks him down. That's fat damage. Sweep him up. Just like a speedy ability to outplay, to outmaneuver the opposing team. So if he ever gets caught, there's no fancy footwork this time around. He will just go down.
Mad Lions also taking this up.
It sucks. like Zoe in past weeks, EU Ash has only found one win. We'll hold that thought, though. The engage now coming in. Yanko's trying to find a pick onto Arome. Lots of damage going down, and G2 will find a kill back into the game. 1 win, 9 losses. And at this point, just pretty abysmal performances. But every time I want to talk about it, it gets interrupted. We're going to hold that thought. Karzi, not quite enough burst damage to get him down. Caps trying to finish the job, and will be able to do so. But a sleepy Caps will get dropped. And there it is.
Massive key ultimates. This is Mad Lions being set up ahead of time for the Drake Soul, and meanwhile, Arome got all of that free experience, all of the free
Still
tower.
has the Hextech ultimate. You still have Gallia with his ultimate as well to get things started. So Yanko's checking just a little bit greedy. Shadow's ult not quite up yet, but still the Camille will be more than enough to lock down the Lee Sin and take him out. A bit cheeky to check
every play that he has tried to make, and right there once again. Now with Baron up, Mad could just go straight for it if they wanted to. With the enemy jungler dead, there's a real possibility they can force this, but it looks like they're not going to take that gamble.
They're against Syndra, let's be honest. EU teams approaching Baron.
That's a great point. Great point for us.
I just don't think that they need it right now to even close out the game, especially as they're now setting up a dive on Wonder.
Dasher back, trying to buy a bit of time with the Spirit's Refuge. The taunt is there, and now the ult will be from the Lilia as well. So easy kill pickup. Ezreal now coming in. Doesn't look like it's going to snipe anybody here. Just back away in the end, but just flawless picks coming in left and right from Mad Lions.
Very proactive with the champion, and I think that's one of the biggest things we don't see from many EU Ashe players is Wonder going for the 1v1. He's definitely winning this skirmish against Humanoid, but look at Ashe on the way down.
TV coming in as well. Wanting to shut down the Shen, moving to the global. Wonder is going to be taunted up. Arome here as well. Wonder going to try to dash back and try to bring it in. Spirit's Refuge, not enough, and Karzi will find the kill. They're the team that took G2 to 5 games, but they're the team that beat G2. It's just Mad Lions and FPX who have been able to do that. Now, they're trying to do it one more time. Perk's going to be in trouble here. Not nearly enough help to survive. Trying to stun, trying to run, trying to get out of this exchange, and he will just barely survive. Turning back. Ooh.
Wow, so close there. Oh, and the TP now coming through from G2.
So many low health bars too. They'll be moving in here pretty quick. Going over the wall, trying to chase. Wonder can try to find this one. Lee Sin coming in as well.
Ezreal ultimate.
Oh, Rome completely strong. Almost 3 points in the ultimate, and now Humanoid off to the flank. They knew the blast cone was there. Do they know Humanoid is coming? Perk's now caught out. Perk's in trouble. The chain CC is flawless. Karzi flashing in fearlessly, running down G2. They don't have enough damage to heal. He's healing off the dragon in the meantime. Oh my god, Karzi absolutely dominating that fight. Beautiful from Mad Lions.
So well executed. That's going to be the Ocean Soul for Mad Lions. That's surely going to...
So Perks gets caught out. He gets knocked up. He gets locked down. CC after CC.
Look at that taunt. At this point in the game state, we've already talked about it. Mad Lions, full control. They siege exceptionally well. They're very powerful in these individual lanes. Shadow is an absolute monster.
So fast.
Kill them all.
He's so fast.
Oh, he's going to land on him.
Burn combined with the Leandries is just disgusting. And then meanwhile, Mad Lions are just pushing in. Everyone now going to use their ultimates together. Kicked out though. Perks can now run to safety. Shadow not going to push in quite yet. Lee Sin will drop, and the rest of G2 will survive for now.
Beautifully played by Mad Lions. Shadow, the split pusher, level 16. He's had a fantastic game. Really impressed with this Lilia performance. Really showcasing what the champion can do. And what happens when Jankos does fall behind? It's dangerous picking Lee Sin into Shadow. He is the best Lee Sin in our region after all. And now Mad Lions have their eyes set on the Nexus. They want to get themselves a game on the boards. They want to match G2 in this best of 5. And they're looking poised. They're looking ready to do it. 1 lane left, 1 inhibitor left. G2 at death's door.
Mad Lions set up to bring us to game 4, not taking any risks this time around, not pushing too far, want to take it slow and steady. All 3 inhibitors.
You say that, but as soon as that tower goes down, I think Arome is just going to pull the trigger.
They could. Perk's not going to find the ultimate there. They're starting to step forward just a little bit here, but have to be careful. Shadow level 16 now with the ultimate. That's a 3-second sleep and a significant amount of bonus damage when you wake someone up from it as well. Humanoid now going in, trying to fish forward. The taunt going to be massive, but he has been pushed back. Now all on his lonesome, Arome jumps forward. They're trying to disengage. G2 trying to hold on, but Shadow finds so many people with that ultimate. That's going to be 4. Should be an easy follow-up now. Shadow, of course, obviously very squishy, but still holding on to life for now, and that's going to do it. Mad Lions turning the series back. Not going to falter after a rough game 2. They will bring it home here in game 3. They will take us into game 4. They will make it a series as they find their first win versus G2. Nico in the mid to late game.
I think that's a bit dangerous from G2. It's pretty easy to itemize against them, and they frankly really need to outplay here with Humanoid.
Jungle camps, and now Jankos looking to go on the attack.
It's again, Hook connecting, Unbreakable blocking most of the follow-up, though.
That's
Kaiser locked up 2, 3, 4. As his dash comes in, Kaiser's going to be in trouble. The Ignite already gone, and that's going to be first blood going over to G2. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, it's a trade back and forth.
Yanko's making sure that Wonder's probably not going to get dove. Using Blast Cone, though, he's going for the game.
Double snare, that's so much CC. Now they're going to be in trouble. That is the power of this champion. The pullback. Arome now trying to run to safety. Facebreaker. Where's it going to go? Yanko's waiting, trying to find 2 kills, but it will just have to settle for 1 as Arome gets knocked.
Lanes and into playmaking opportunity. Now, the Zoe pick is obviously going to be huge because she'll have push priority or at least be able to answer. I'll hold it.
Perk's in trouble. Good flash there coming out, but now the Shen on the way down. Perkz is going to get taunted up and knocked down. Mickey on the retreat, but no, the heal. Not quite.
So G2 picked up the Herald, funnel all of this gold into Wonder. This is no longer the 0-4 Nico that we saw in the previous game. This is Wonder who's going to be on.
Damage is going to come through, so Shadow forced to use his ultimate, and Wonder, he's going to get himself another tower, but again, this is why the pushing
going to be G2 also going to grab a Mountain Drake in the meantime. Mad Lion, they were fighting blow for blow in game 2 in
tower and secure more plates for his team, and because it forces Matt into a numbers disadvantage.
Oh no, that is one big Nico meet. Oh cool, the highway now coming out there from Mickey X. Yanko's now pursuing in, and KazaLoLL will get taken.
Now he's stuck in a very awkward spot.
Oh, he's marked up 3-4, suplex down, knocked. It's going to be one sleepy Shen. He's going to be one dead Shen in a second. Surgical play on the Surgeon Shen.
Got punished for trying to freeze that wave there. So really well played by G2. Now they're looking to play on a Perkz.
Perkz caught out the chain CC flawless from Mad Lions, looking to burn him down as quickly as possible. Mickey there, not quite fast enough. We'll be able to break this bottom lane tower.
I still think it's just huge credit and compliments to KazaLoLL and Kaiser because they're able to...
Chilling Smite on the way. No mana for KazaLoLL. That's going to be a big deal, but Kaiser can just play him back and use the box as well. The suplex back down, though. Kaiser going to try to buy a bit more space, but he cannot connect now. The rest of the team now coming in. Jankos, though, he's already used the grid. He's going to be very squishy, but they cannot quite kill him because an Unbreakable comes in at the perfect time. He's going to hit 3 members with the ultimate. No, KazaLoLL with the sidestep will survive, but here comes Caps. Big damage as he flashes in. 3 stacks, 4 onto Humanoid. He will get stunned, but he will go back into the tower. Perkz trying to heal up Mickey, trying to keep his support alive. Big shield across the entire team. KazaLoLL stepping forward once again. Will sidestep the snare. That's going to be massive. An absolute brawl on the bottom side, but not too many deaths in the end.
Such a great play by Mickey and Perkz in particular to turn that play completely around there.
And I'm kind of just reeling that more people didn't die. That was... Oh, here we go. It's not done. We thought the play was over, but now it's just Mad Lion's turns. Mickey X and Perkz absolutely caught out here.
Dive for your support, Perkz.
No real chance to retreat on this one. Perkz just next on the list. Just point and click him down. Gold card and wild card. God, it never stops.
Fight this.
Wonder chasing. X-Flash used. Humanoid has to choose who he's going to stun up. Wonder will get locked up, and now Humanoid just getting run down. Protobelt as well for Caps. Can just pop forward at a moment's notice. Going to come through. Nice sidestep from Humanoid, but not quite enough.
Cool mechanical plays here that end up working out in favor of both teams. Ends up only being 1 kill.
It is so easy if you are running in as Hecarim for Jankos to just ult you right back out, and if the Shen is ulting in at the same time, you can shut down to catch them out. Kaiser consistently staying very far back from KazaLoLL to make sure he can use that lantern to take him to safety. That said, Caps now potentially caught out. They're trying to get the fight kicked off. Mickey looking for that disengage. Shadow caught in the midst of the entire team, but Humanoid on the backside trying to dunk down. Caps still alive. The heal coming in from Perkz, but not nearly enough. G2 now has to run for the hills. Shadow still going. Wonder coming in. 3 stacks. Not quite going to find the 4th. They tick away. Jankos will go down. Wonder wants to find something. He's going to have to use the ult shortly just to save alive. A nice flash taunt comes in. Wonder going to be in trouble when Mad Lions grab a kill, and just like that, only
punishing
one.
Caps' position there. He was the one that got called out first. He was the one that had to use spot at Worlds and move on to face the winner of Rogue versus Fnatic, which will be happening tomorrow. Right now, with the Rift Herald, they're using it to push bot.
Not necessarily trying to force the 5v5 or the fights, but making the most out of the siege potential, which is why anytime that they have the Herald with a Zoe is always going to be quite devastating.
Goes in. He's trying to buy space. That's so many towers taken down. Humanoid in the meantime is split pushing in the side lane, but that bot tier 1 or bot in him. If you're gonna get hooked here, immediate cleanse coming out though, courtesy of the Summoner's Spellbook. Fat damage down onto KazaLoLL. That's gonna be a big start. Shadow now immediately gonna take that as his cue to get things kicked off. KazaLoLL still alive on the backside, but he's so incredibly low. Wonder gonna find 2 immediately. Humanoid's here,
4v5.
but it's too little, too late. Humanoid showing up, but just like that, he's gonna get slept. Oh no, this cannot be how it ends. G2 absolutely obliterating Mad. One small mistake and G2 pounce on it, looking to turn it back. KazaLoLL finally here on the backside, but he's the last man standing. 5 members of G2 strong as they push into the base, and they might just end the game just like that, neck and neck, but G2 are poised to end.
In the blink of an eye, G2 go from being even to staring KazaLoLL down in the eye and being the lone man to hold the G2 onslaught as they look to end the game.
Pushing in, breaking down the base. There are no new rivalries today, no new challengers. G2 remain unstoppable, undeniable, and they will find themselves a spot spot at Worlds 2020 and the upper bracket match. Wow.
Summer playoff with G2 advancing to round 2 and also qualifying for Worlds, actually. Caps, congrats and thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
We'll talk about
so
the
much.
Worlds a bit later because first I want to talk about this series because we went from a massive stomp in game 1 to more balanced game afterwards. So can you explain to me the evolution of the series and the differences between game 1 and the rest of the series?
So I think game 1 went really well.
Yeah.
I think everything kind of went according to plan. They tried to go for like this kind of dive comp, but we kind of shut them down very early on and they didn't really get to execute. And then moving forward in the series, they pulled out like the Galio Camille combo, which we maybe like didn't really expect from them. I think our response was like maybe not the best. I mean, game 2 was like very crazy. I was playing the Aurelia and that was just like dying and killing people all over the place. So that was like quite a crazy game. But definitely, I think we maybe could have adapted like a bit better to when they picked. But at the end of the day, I think it's the first time we see them on this new patch, and it is playoffs, so they obviously shook things up a bit and played like some different champions than what they usually play. So it's hard to be prepared for it when you haven't seen them play in this patch yet.
Yeah, right. I mean, you played for a week on that, and then you have only one best of 5 on this patch. But when you say about adapting faster, do you mean in draft or in the game itself?
I mean, I guess both. Like, I think, but definitely, like, yeah. I mean, for sure, like the draft was like some things I could have picked better. I think I just didn't, personally really predict them picking Galio Camille because it's not really something they have looked for before. But it's something they went for, and I think my picks were fine, but they could for sure have been better. And yeah.
And they had something in mind. I mean, when I see all the attention around mid lane throughout the whole series, I mean, the shutdown caps couldn't have more sense right now. Like, how did you adapt to the fact that suddenly you have 2, 3, 4 members of Mad Lions on mid lane? And did you expect so much attention here?
I mean, I think like right from game 1, like my team was like really smurfing, like going mid, right? And then they realized that they have to match it because if they don't fight around mid, then we will just win really hard there. So that it just kind of became like a 4v4, it felt like. Sometimes it was just like AD carry, solo laning bot, and support jungle just all being mid. Even there was like a lot of global TPs this game with like AD carries having TP, Shen's having ults and stuff like this. So it was a very crazy series. There was definitely like a lot of fights, but you know, that's also fun. So
yeah. And they knew that they needed to be mobile around the map here. I mean, all this didn't prevent you from getting the player of the series here because the fans voted for you, Cap. So tell me about your performance here during this series and how did you manage to perform so well?
Thank you. I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't really know because I think, yeah, personally, I mean, I definitely had like some good games this series. I think my first game was really good. We played really, really well around mid, and we kind of got like to exploit like LeBlanc's gang setup. But I think the other games weren't that great for me. So I'm actually kind of surprised to get the play of the game. I think maybe there would be someone else I would put it on. But yeah, I think it just came from like getting caught off guard, as I mentioned before. Sure, he has played Galio TF before, but it's not something that Humanoid has like in the past looked much towards. So I was definitely surprised when he came up with that and kind of like backfired my own prediction, preparation for him on this patch. So yeah, I was more confident when I played like the first game against Asia because I knew that is something that he's very likely to play.
I see. Well, even if it's not deserved, I mean, you can take these players of the series title and brag to your teammates afterwards because they're going to be jealous for sure. And I was on Twitter and I saw that a lot of people were mentioning G2, Sleeping Giants, no more, they're back. What do you think about all this? And do you think that this is the G2 we've been waiting to see for so long? And also, can you show more in playoff? That's a 3-part question, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I think, I mean, it's hard to say, right? Because I think going into the split, we have played like a lot of splits together right now, and obviously the main focus for us has always been Worlds. So we did say that we just wanted to take like a relaxed regular season. Now, it probably became a bit too relaxed when we started like having like 4 or 5 win rate or something like this. So we tried to turn it a bit around, and I mean, we are on a really hot streak right now, and I think we're turning it up for playoffs as well to make sure that we go into Worlds as first seed. So I don't know if it's necessarily that we were ever gone. It was just like we just needed like a break, you know. And now we are back to be on top, and hopefully we can show up like the next two, like say like in semifinal and in the final. yeah, we got this.
We want to see the strongest version of G2 at Worlds because, yeah, as you said, you qualified. So any first impressions on that? I mean, I know you expected to qualify for Worlds given G2 and the history you have, but still, I mean, you're finally there. I know that Top Esports qualified this morning, which means that you're going to fight Knight in the mid lane, probably. So yeah, tell me about that.
Yeah, I mean, definitely Worlds will be hype. Now that there's like 4 Chinese teams at Worlds, it means that we're like guaranteed to have a Chinese team in our group. So group stage could already be pretty hard since we're like very likely to have like both Chinese and a Korean team in our group, which is like something that I haven't actually tried before. Usually I'm very lucky with my group draw, but yeah, it's very likely we had hard groups, so we just have to make sure that we make it out of groups. Obviously, it helps a lot if we get first seed in Europe, so we're gonna try hardest to win for ourselves at Worlds, but also for the fans, and just make sure that the G2 dynasty keeps going.
For sure. And there's still a lot of time to prepare for Worlds and also to grab that first seed. But first, Caps, congrats on advancing to round 2 here and qualifying for Worlds. We'll see you again next week. And for now, we're going to take a short break and we'll be back in a few minutes with Shox, Ender, and is it Jankos? Yeah, it is Jankos. See you in a few minutes.
All right. See ya.